reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy.
Get out of here, Epic Game Store. How you doing over there, Q?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm doing a
I'm
little
tired.
better. Yeah. Been playing
I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, been playing some Resident Evil, and I've been asking a lot of questions, but I'm not gonna spoil nothing. I'm not gonna ask those questions here. I hope that you'll be able to hop into Requiem very soon.
I'm hoping so.
I'm hoping so too. Drink anything special?
I have a Starbucks Nespresso that I made.
Ooh, an espresso.
No,
uses
espresso. The N.
oh. As for me, I'm drinking my Fresca. I like Frescas. Frescas are now the new tea for me. I like Fresca.
Yeah, I've got Fresca downstairs, but once again, I can only find the one flavor at the store.
Yeah, I hope in the near future I'll be able to find peach or there's one more, right? There's a third flavor.
There's 3 flavors, yeah. Peach, grapefruit, and I don't remember what the other one is.
Hopefully I'll find one in the near future. But nope. Heading over to Humble Bundle, we're gonna breeze through these because there's a little bit of a discussion that we're gonna be having in a short bit because both Quincy and I are.
There's 4 flavors.
Oh, there's 4 flavors?
Grapefruit, black cherry, peach, and blackberry.
Ooh, blackberry. I'll hopefully find the blackberry. But there's a discussion later on between Quincy and I. We both are kind of Xbox fans, but they're doing some very questionable things. However, that'll be in a little bit. Starting off with Humble Bundle, dive into DC Vertigo book bundle. $18 for all 26 of these items, featuring American Vampire, co-written by Stephen King. Going down a little bit, Hellblazer. Going down a little bit, Fables. The Losers, one of my favorite movies. Going down a little bit, V for Vendetta. Not quite one of my favorite movies, but it was still a pretty good movie. Going down further, Preacher, good show, but I like the first book that is offered here, and just a lot of real good grit. This helps out Bink, the Book Industry Charitable Foundation. For more than 20 years, the Book Industry Charitable Foundation has helped bookstore and comic book store employees and owners who encounter unexpected financial crises. Bink has provided more than $7 million in financial assistance and scholarships to more than 7,800 families. Support for the Foundation's programs and services come from all sectors of the book industry. Imagined and built by booksellers, Bink proudly continues to be their safety net. Second bundle, so just going to ice through these. ESA, Entertainment Software Association Foundation, the All-Star Alliance bundle, featuring a game from a lot of really good studios, such as Pentiment, a very good hand-drawn storytelling game, the Mafia trilogy from 2K, Horizon Chase 2, a nice little racing game, but this one's only available through the Epic Games Store. Tetris Forever, Far Cry Primal, Dishonored 2, State of Decay 2, Juggernaut Edition, and Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. Not a bad bundle for $18. And it helps out the ESA Foundation, created by
What? Oh, go ahead, continue.
Real quick, created by the American entertainment software industry, the ESA works to make a positive difference in the lives of America's youth by providing scholarships to the next generation of industry innovators and supporting teachers and organizations that leverage entertainment software technology to create educational opportunities. Now, what was the question?
I was going to ask what drops off when you lower the price on that one.
So the top 4 games, so the Mafia trilogy, Pentiment, Horizon Chase 2, and Tetris actually fall off when you lower it.
Oh. Gross.
I know
What
you
happened?
like your Tetris.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about taking your Tetris uh fandom to like a professional level?
Oh no, I'm not that good.
You're
I
not
get
that good?
stomped when I play against other people.
Oh, okay, fair enough then.
Like, I've done the different online things you can do for Tetris. I get destroyed.
Yeah. I did a little couple rounds of Tetris 100 back when I had Switch Online, and that was
Yeah, and
fun.
I played that too. I think it's gone now from Switch Online. That and
Yeah.
the Pac-Man one.
The Mario one's still around though. Mario 40.
I don't think
Yeah.
I played that.
It's pretty much the same. Just gotta get as far as you can, and when you beat it, more enemies drop in, and I'm like, that's weird. And then a bundle that just dropped not too long ago, Metroidvania Mayhem. I love me some Metroidvanias, and I don't own actually very many of these. I own only one of these, so I might actually grab this one. $12 for all 10 of these items. Gestalt, Steam and Cinder, Primal Planet, The Devil Within, Satgat. Hmm. Kingdom Shell, Lost Ruins, Ultros Deluxe Edition. I've heard about this one. I heard it's a fucking mind trip of a color scheme. Fist, forged in Shadow Torch, which is the one that I own. Rabby Ribby, which I'm not really comfortable with the cover character, and Eternia Noctis. And you get 20% off of Mio if you don't already have Game Pass, which is the memory in orbit that we talked about. God, back at E3 last year. Um, but even still, it helps out care.org. Founded in 1945 with the creation of the CARE package, CARE is a leading humanitarian organization fighting global poverty. In 2022, CARE worked in over 110 countries, reaching more than 170 million people through 1,600 projects. Holy cow. I might actually grab this one. That's not a bad bundle. But just also making a quick little mention that I played Esoteric Ebb, a game that I played a long time ago and had a better demo this time around. For the Steam Next Fest. And for those who like Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition but want a very solid single player storytelling game, Esoteric Ebb definitely is that key. I actually really enjoyed this. And it's on sale over on Humble Bundle. And if you have Humble Monthly, it goes even further down. I recommend this game hand over fist. Music's great. Gameplay is fucking hilarious. Get it. Badoo. Uh, good. Hey, heading over to the thing I was excited for last week, but sadly it didn't really excite me too much. The Capcom Spotlight. I was going in rather hopeful that there was going to be a whole lot of things for either Resident Evil or, Devil
And the
May
new game did
Cry.
just come out.
Yeah, or maybe even
Devil
some
May
more.
Cry I can understand, but the Resident Evil, I mean, they just came out with a new game. Like
They
if they
did.
already announced another one, it'd be a little like, okay, give us time to breathe.
That is true. Well, that is true to a point, and I'll explain in 2 seconds. But they didn't announce anything during the Capcom Spotlight that I didn't already know, such as Pragmata. We knew that that was going to be their lean for the future. This was going to be their front runner. Um, it was either this or Lost Planet, and I was like, I'm glad they chose Pragmata. They said, also a sketchbook. Also, oh hey, we're sorry that we're going to be doing another little pushback on this game. And everyone was like, wait, pushback? Yeah, no. They pushed the announcement for this game by 1 week closer, meaning you get this game a week sooner if you have this game pre-ordered. And you get this really cool samurai armor for your main character and a ninja gear for, I forget her name. But I was like, okay, you guys are bumping up dates. All right. And then they said, you can buy some clothing. Here's the amiibo if you buy it for the Switch 2. It unlocks some extra tracks as well as some cool stuff. I'm like, okay. You guys are
I
being a little bit
mean,
more open toward things.
is the team gonna run on the Switch too?
The that's released for it. You also get the amiibo, so I would assume so.
I'm just, like, how like is this a Switch? This isn't a Switch 2 exclusive, right?
No. It's Switch
Yeah.
2,
Okay.
Series XS, Steam, and PS5. I don't think
I
it's
just
for.
whenever we see some of these bigger games like this on Switch, I go,
Yeah, no, Switch 2. It's I
no,
don't think.
yeah, but I mean, the Switch 2 is just the Switch with a dorkier system.
A little bit. I have faith. I mean, I saw Resident Evil Requiem run on Switch 2. It's not bad, just a little cel shady. It looks a little more bright. Aside from that, they pushed their weird mobile game turned onto the Switch, Star Force, where you can fight people online and gain rank points. And you missed me with that one. I thought they were
That's the
gonna.
one. Is that the one that's set in the Star Fox universe rather than giving us a new Star Fox game? No, this is something else.
This is something else.
Okay.
This is Mega Man that wants to be like EXE, but EXE was I missed me with EXE. I thought we were gonna get a little bit more talk about Dual Overdrive, the other Mega Man game, and I was like, well, that's a bit bummer. It's just Dual Override's set for next year. That's it. And I was like, okay, well, we knew that. But they did talk about their boss character design contest, where they give you this skeleton and they said, hey, if you're an artist, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just give us an idea for a new robot master. And they showcased a bunch of cool concepts, such as Cleanser Man, Recycle Man, Juggle Man. And I was like, okay,
Really just deciding that he's a vacuum. Like,
well, yeah, and then I mean, they kind of did a whole bunch of different, features with that. I was like, okay, I'm glad that they're showcasing some of these artists, and they even tagged some of the ats down at the bottom of the sheets. I'm like, that's cool. Resident Evil, of course, is hitting its 30-year anniversary as of March 22nd. The fucking amazing 30 years. There's been some good and some not so good, but overall I have to say Resident Evil is probably one of my favorite series of all time. That being said, I would love to go to Japan and experience one of the experiences, I guess you can call it. And they have had some like soft rides and arcade games that are leaning into all of these really nice sceneries. And then there's going to be even some special concerts with the Resident Evil series going from Resident Evil 1 through 3, skipping 4 because there's not really very many songs for 4, I guess, and going all the way till Ethan Winters 7 and 8. And I was like, okay, cool. We like the music. So you'll be able to download those on Spotify or get the World Tour tickets on sale that will be literally going across the United States, Japan. I believe it's even hitting Europe. Um, I fantastic. Okay, good job, Capcom. I'm actually happy you guys are supporting your orchestra that you paid for. That being said, they also have a 30th anniversary set available for their games. You can get 7, 8, and Requiem 9 for the price of Requiem and $5 more, about $5 more depending on where you're at, to get the gold edition for 7 and 8. So you get all the DLCs along with it. I'm like, okay, all right, that's not too terrible. So if you haven't bought Resident Evil Requiem now, this might actually be a time to buy 7 and 8.
yeah, I already have 7 and 8, so this doesn't work for me.
True. Well, unless you want the DLCs. Do you own the DLCs?
I think I have them for 7. I don't know about 8.
Yeah. 8's fine. The Rose one's a bit weird. The generation pack, the deal, and then they went immediately, just striked over to Onimusha. I like Onimusha as far as I can throw them. You play as Musashi, and you soak up all of these weird demon souls. Cool, got nothing much to really say about that. Excited that we're getting another Onimusha game after so long. Street Fighter 6, some new costumes, and Alex coming in. Cool. The 18th, we're getting Alex.
Chat wants to know what the DLC was for 8.
Yeah. It was the one for Rose and I think Ethan Must Die mode also crossed over into 8, but I don't remember if there was another one. Those are the only ones that I remember playing. um, some good costumes, I guess. There was a image of Fatal Fury that was stricken from this. Now, Fatal Fury is SNK. They had no reason being kind of thrown into this, but it got quickly replaced by the original Capcom Cup, which Kenny Omega, the mocap for Alex, was over there. He is going to be playing at the World Championship at the Capcom Cup. If you it started yesterday technically because they're a day ahead. But if you want to watch, go to their Twitch page. There's a lot of really good matches going on for Third Strike. Street Fighter 4 is still getting played. 5 is getting skipped, which I can see why. But there's a lot of really good camaraderie, some good costumes. Someone dressed up as a really good Zangief, like big, wide guy that did really good with the cosplay. Go and check it out on their Twitch channel. They broke down the brackets for the Capcom Cup. They even showed the same trailer we saw for the live action Street Fighter movie, which I'm not liking. It's looking really weird. It's looking a little cartoony, and I'm putting that in a bad way. But I'm hoping that it looks good in the final bit. They had a behind the scenes thing, so if you're happening to watch the Capcom Cup, they're going to be doing more behind the scenes things during. Um,
Uh,
ooh,
I was slightly interested in this movie. Some of the casting early on. Um, I was like, really, that person for that person. Um, but uh, I saw how goofy it was. I was like, that's kind of cool. But then, as like more of the announcements came out, they kind of lost me more and more, and now I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
yeah, it'll probably pop on streaming in a month after it drops, and I'll probably
I'm
watch
still
it
probably
then.
not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Like they've lost my interest at this point.
Oh, like completely? Ooh.
Yeah, it's just they made choices.
That is true. And then to finalize it, they talked about a whole lot of Monster Hunter Stories 3, like a good almost 10 minutes worth of extra things that are going to be introducing into Monster Hunter Stories. I'm neutral to the story side of it. Being a Dragon Tamer comparative to the Hunter, I prefer my Monster Hunter comparative to taming creatures. It's a fine story from what I've been told. I haven't played any of the original, but looks fine, looks good. The weird Palico that can actually talk got me weird because like the cat does fucking deuces. I'm out. And I'm like, okay, okay,
This
sure.
is art style so different than like. Is the art style for this in general just different like that?
That is correct.
Okay.
They started off, I believe Monster Hunter Stories 1 started off on the original Switch or the Wii U. I think it was the Wii U. Now thinking about it. So they had to work with the limitations and then they just kind of worked with that art style through the Monster Hunter Stories lineage. Like it's not bad, it's just very bright and vibrant comparative to Monster Hunter's almost realistic with some, cool armor sets. Now don't get me wrong, Stories has some cool armors, but as said, I prefer my hunters to hunt, not to tame. Other than that, they basically said, hey, at launch day, there's going to be some cool stuff. We hope you enjoy playing through this. And said, it's coming right around the corner. And I was like, okay. I had mild expectations, but I wasn't hoping to adhere to them. But that being said, bah, bah, my best friend here, Koshi Nakanishi, the director behind Resident Evil Requiem, wearing a really cool Ethan Must Die T-shirt, said, "I'm gonna announce something on my own." And that being said, he pulled up a few photos of the memes that have been coming through, such as Forbidden Requiem, the dating sim for Leon, the Biohazard Cat
Okay.
DLC, the cooking simulator that takes place at the FBI director's home, the blackjack that is similar to the Resident Evil 7 game where you're playing against Gideon, a match 3 game. Oh, and then the memes are gone. Story expansion now in development. Where I'm like, oh, okay, we're getting a full-fledged good DLC, not mercenaries, not Ethan Must Die
Okay,
style
but here's
modes.
my problem. Story expansions. So you sold me a game that didn't have the whole story and now I have to pay you more?
I feel like
I never like
it's
DLCs that do shit like that. You want to give me a DLC that has nothing to do with the main story. It's a completely side thing. You want to give me a DLC that's a funny hat, shit like that. Fine. But if you're gonna sell me the story for $70 and then come back and go, ooh, yeah, but actually, if you want the whole story, you got to give us another $30. I'm gonna be fucking pissed at you.
that's fair. However, they did it well with Resident Evil 4 and the Ada Wong side story, Separate Ways. Sure, it was rude, but it was pretty much a full game on its own with that. Now, with Requiem, it gives you the full story. I just think the story expansion is playing through the periphery of someone else. I'm not going to say who, but it definitely it raises a few of my little ideas. It's kind of a few sparks in my brain. Hugo in chat just asked the question, where do I see the story going? I can't give that spoiler out, but I am happy that Nakanishi does admire the memes, because the match 3 style game that people were like, oh please God, don't let this be real. He at least acknowledged that people know it's a meme, so proud of him for memeing on it. But you're right, they should have given the full thing. But I feel like Resident Evil Requiem is a full game. I having played it for almost 20 hours, I feel comfortable in saying that having an extra story expansion for someone else would be fine. I just hope that it's not
That's
$35.
different. Like if it's someone else, we're following a different thing, that's fine. But if this is going to be, hey, yeah, buy this thing to finish the Requiem story, like fuck you.
Oh no, Requiem finishes. All right, take a big old drink. Take a big old drink, because this is gonna be this is the big old talk about. But so Xbox over the last 2 days has had a little bit of a conference, and during this conference, the GDC, the Game Developer Conference, they have talked about Project Helix. Now, what Project Helix is they want to make sure that you have one console to do anything and everything. That being said, with the
How
anything
many
and
times have we heard that?
well, this one they're wanting it to be a Windows unit that will be overall your arcing just everything, because they're saying if you have Windows 11 and you have Xbox Game Pass Premium, good news. You immediately have this, you're immediately enrolled into this new feature that we're going to be having in April. I'll explain
Just put it out there. Before adding more features, they should probably get Windows 11 to actually work first.
I concur.
Just a thought.
Just a huge thought. But Windows 11, for all of its faults, does a lot better than Vista. So I'll
Okay,
take the.
being better than one of the worst systems doesn't make you a good system. That's like saying the Justice League that Zack Snyder did was good because the Justice League that Joss Whedon did was bad. It doesn't make it a good movie.
It doesn't. You're right. You're right. That's actually a really good analogy. You're right. However, that being said, they're wanting this new Project Helix to be their end all for all, because there were a few hints and hums and haws through the lines that I have heard. Basically, you'll be able to play Steam games through this. You will be able to play your Epic Games Store games through this. you will be able to load into the direct storage because they're not wanting to load it into some like M.2 that you can replace. No. They are hardwiring, from what I've been to understand, a fully integrated SSD straight to the motherboard. A 4 terabyte SSD just hot soldered onto it, and
I hope it
it
never
can.
goes out.
I mean, from what they're aiming for, if it does, it's a problem with the whole entire motherboard because it's just integrated. However, that being said, their new thing is called the Direct Storage Plus. I really hate saying it like this. ZSTD. Sure, fine. You guys want to run some new
I mean, this
fangled-
company's starting to shove AI into everything. It does sound like an STD.
Yeah. That being said, with the way that they're doing texture mapping and all of this, they're still pushing for cloud gaming. They're pushing for next generation ray generation and ray tracing with path tracing to make sure that all the light blooms look fantastic. The mirrors shine as you would have like light reflects off of it and all that. Sure, fine. Cool. But don't take an original Xbox game like, say, Deadpool, the first Deadpool, the old Deadpool on the Xbox. Don't take that. That runs at 30 frames.
Deadpool on the Xbox.
Yeah, or what's an old original Xbox game? Burnout 2. We'll say Burnout 2.
Fallout, Master Chief, not Fallout, Fable.
Fable. Okay,
Master
yeah.
Chief.
Well, okay. We'll say Fable 1. Fable 1.
No, the Master Chief Collection did. That's what I was trying to say. The Master Chief Collection already brought back Halo, so that probably doesn't count.
True, but we'll say Fable 1. Fable 1 runs at 30 to 38 frames. It's a differential frame rate. It kind of runs very clunky. It's very glitchy at times. It's, not a perfect game. What they're wanting to do is turn that 30 to 38 frames, take it up to 120 frames, and have AI fill in the gaps. And when it's filling in the gaps, it's also doing extra layering on top of that, upscaling the 720 image all the way up to 4K.
Okay, but here's the problem. There's two problems with this. One, I don't remember Fable ever running the way you're talking, but maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. But AI is not going to be able to just fix that because it's fucking AI and it sucks. First of all. Second of all, the whole, I'm going to go through and I'm going to up render this to 4K. It's going to look like shit. You know what happens when you plug a fucking NES into a 4K television? It looks like shit because it's not meant for 4K. You have to completely redo the graphics. That's why HD re-renders aren't even done anymore because it's pointless. It doesn't look good. It's not a thing.
You are correct.
This is stupid. This whole thing is stupid, and the whole console to end consoles thing is something that they've been saying for how many decades now over at Xbox? Like, this is just the guy running Microsoft and the people running Xbox continuing to be fucking dumb.
Yep. And we lost Phil Spencer, and I forget the other young woman who also vacated her
That's
spot.
the thing is even with them, like the conversation has been for a long time about there's been the rumors of the console that's going to end the console wars and all that crap. But here's the other thing is that the technology, the reason we keep buying new consoles, it's always getting better, right? Oh, the new console's better than the old console. The new console's better than the old console over and over again. So what about when this thing becomes outdated? I still have to buy a new one. How much is it going to cost?
Well, I'm hopeful. The hopeful here is this one is going to be the end alls because of their new built for the next generation of neural rendering. Now, that just sounds like
The hell does that
mean? I know that sounds like a whole lot of buzzwords, doesn't it?
But again, putting some programming in, or I'm sorry, AI, which isn't even a thing, into this thing and saying, oh, this is going to end everything because this is going to do everything. It's not going to stop when a better graphics card comes out. It's not going to stop when a faster RAM comes out, so on and so forth. Granted, we have none of that right now because of fucking AIs. But PlayStation or Steam with the GameCube are going to continue to just make new things with the new technology that's better, and this is going to get left in the fucking dust. No program is going to outdo better hardware.
Correct. That's why they're hopefully leaning it up to the software. Now, when I gave you the buzzwords of built for next generation of neural rendering, they're also working on the next generation of DirectX. Oh, wait. Here we go. DirectX. Now, with the DirectX, they're hopefully going to be pushing games to be running a little bit more stable because games that run on our Series X and S, most of them are OpenGL / their own independent engines. So they don't really work with DirectX and function like a PC would. They just kind of
So
force the game to
toss
run.
out your engines. Everybody has to look the same now. Yeah, don't like that future.
Well, hold on. DirectX is actually an adaptability engine, so you can still build for RE engine. However, like Requiem built for DirectX, where I have a DirectX 11 running machine. I was able to play a very beautiful looking game, and I'm on a 4060. I'm not on a strong PC by any way, shape, or form, but it looked pretty. I watched the blood splatter from a zombie explode all over my screen, and I said, "That that is pretty dang good." Would I have been able to play this a couple months back? Probably not. But it looked dang good. I turned on frame gen for a little bit just to see how it worked. Um, a little clunky, but then again, it's still in its early phases, and I can tell that. Apparently, it works a lot better on games like Indiana Jones and the new 007 game that's going to be coming out. Was it First Light? That apparently the AI
Yeah.
gen will be working well by that time, and I'm like,
Yeah, well, I
okay,
don't want AI gen. I should be allowed to turn it off. First of all, secondly, but you still said prior to going into this thing, you said it's gonna be built for software. That still doesn't do anything with when better technology comes out. You're still on this fucking thing that they went, oh, we glued a fucking SD card to a motherboard, so therefore it's better, and then it stops being better.
true.
Eventually, it's going to get outdone. It doesn't matter what the software is. It doesn't matter how much fucking crap AI you plug into it. If something better gets built, something better gets built. This thing's not going to end anything. This is just another fucking dumb idea.
Yeah, I am very curious on the speed of what they're going to be doing because their direct storage, faster asset streaming and storage. I am very curious because they do want, of course, faster latency. But if you have a 1-for-1 load time, like you are loading in less than 2 seconds, that is already going to be. You can't exactly do better than that. But I am curious on how strong this is going to be. That being said, I had mentioned DirectX and how they're going to be doing better for developers and making sure that if, let's say, you're doing a cloud gaming thing and the game crashes, that's not on you. However, that is going to send a dump file, which is going to send it to someone who can fix this crash that you just had to make sure that this does not happen again. That
They literally can't even do that with Windows 11. They're going to do it through AI for gaming.
No, this is actually going to be through humans. They are going to be hiring people for their tooling updates. That's at least what
Again,
I'm to
something they
understand.
can't achieve with Windows 11, but now they're going to do it on a gaming level. Okay.
Knock on wood, yes. That also being said, they're also going to do shader explorers, where they're going to compile shaders for games that is going to be a lot more in depth for certain games, where it will have shader caching. Because
Here's an idea.
okay,
Let game developers build their games the way they want to build their games, make their games look the way they want to look. You build an equipment. You build the equipment that can actually run the fucking games. And if you can't, then get out of the business and let someone who can do it.
okay,
Stop going. Oh, we're gonna make something to make shaders better. Well, maybe the person wanted the game to look that specific way with that shader, and now you're having AI come in here and decide what it's saying so I can look like instead. Get the fuck out.
I concur. If your game doesn't have the need for the excess of in-game performance shaders and doesn't need the shader cache, I get it. But in games like Monster Hunter Wilds and Resident Evil Requiem, uh, you know, I literally launched the game and it has to compile the shaders so that way it can run a little bit more smoother. I wouldn't mind having that for every single game I want to play. I wouldn't mind because if it runs as stable as it has been, don't get me wrong, I've been crashing as of the last patch. I think something kind of bugged out with RA framework, but that's my side. That's not everyone's problem. But the fact of the matter is, gameplay's great. I love it. It's a fantastic thing. Compiling shaders is a fantastic idea, but I don't know if it needs to be on console level. I'm very curious on what the next console is going to bring. I saw a whole bunch of AI generated fucking things that had a really shitty copy of Fable 1, Gears of War, and a Halo mishmash like thing, and a weird helmet with a skull in it. And I was like, this is weird AI stuff. You guys couldn't. I'm hoping that it wasn't from Microsoft that dropped this, but the arrows didn't point in the right directions and things were not good looking. And I was like, yeah, no, I wouldn't have shipped that out. That being said, they're of course pushing their new handheld, the ROG Xbox Ally X, and they're
Were they even actually able to make any of those, considering all the RAM issues, and now we're having graphics card issues?
They did, they are, and it went up a little bit in price, but they are able
Did.
to. You can. So apparently, you can buy them through outsource places. Like you can get them imported from Japan for like $100 more, and I'm like, that's a little.
I mean, it's already outrageously expensive, and now I have to pay an extra $100 because
no,
AI servers.
I concur. I concur. I'm hoping that this AI bubble pops, but still some of the cool stuff kind of sticks around, such as the direct storage
I'm
idea.
waiting to see the cool stuff.
Yeah, wait. I'm here for the hopeful of better core graphics. I'm here for the beautiful vistas and just being able to pick up my
There
controller
are
and play
absolutely
games again.
gorgeous games out there that have nothing to do with AI.
That is true. That is 1000% true. I'm hoping when the AI bubble pops and we just do, Shader Explorer and like better shader delivery, like, and actually put onto the graphics card like a shader cache, then we may see internal graphics hitting the levels we're wanting them to hit. But I'm curious on what all of this is going to compile down to. Tomorrow there is a couple more things, such as Windows Game Development and Visual Studio, their own personal embedded C++ builds, and later on in that day they're going to be talking bringing console level GPU tools to Windows, and talking more about how cross-vendor tooling and their cloud gaming service is going to be running a little bit more better on Windows 11, and how April is going to be their run. Starting in April, Xbox Mode will be rolling out to Windows in select markets. It brings familiar Xbox experience to players while keeping the flexibility and openness of Windows. For developers, the Xbox Play Anywhere catalog now spans more than 1,500 games, creating a powerful opportunity to reach players seamlessly across console and Windows.
I'll be curious to see what this actually changes, because you already have Xbox on Windows. You already have the ability to access your games. You can cloud stream your games, and your save files are on the cloud and you can go back and forth. So I'm curious to see what this is actually going to do. But I mean, other than expanding the catalog.
Yeah. And of course, the front bullet point is talking more about Project Helix. We are pushing the boundaries of rendering and simulation in partnership with AMD using FSR Next to power what comes next. It was all the jargon that I talked about before. I would like to see more actual play side by side of their new frame generation comparative to, let's say, Indiana Jones just with a Xbox Series X or S and one of the Project Helix kind of jumble consoles with the frame generation, the FSR Next, and whatever else they want to compile, just to see.
I also don't understand the concept of, we're going to have a program run in the background. We're going to call it AI to make it sound fancy. We're going to have a program run in the background to up your frames. But that's going to be using more of your fucking CPU to do it. So your frame's really going to go anywhere? If you're playing long enough, this thing starts heating up enough and it's using enough fucking juice.
That is true, but at the same time, we're also in the line of our CPUs are fucking tanky. I can have 45 different programs open at once, and I'll be like, oh, I'm getting a little bit of hiccup. I need to close out of a couple things. But if I were to use this on like my last generation of PC, I wouldn't be able to even look another direction without shit stuttering. So I'm very curious on what CPU that Project Helix is going to be running out with, because the custom AMD one that's in the Series S is not strong, and it's not supposed to be strong, but it does handle the things I throw at it, such as if I wanted to do the flashback recording, it handles it just fine. But if I wanted to do streaming from it, it has a problem. Your Series X can do it fine because it's a little bit better processor and a little bit better graphics unit. But I when we're now how many years into the Series X and S has it been out?
Oh, I don't remember.
Uh, in short, at least longer than the 4 years from when DirectX 10 popped out. So I would love to see a side by side comparison.
But also,
That
if this thing can do all this and is going to stop us needing new equipment, what's stopping us from just putting this in an Xbox instead of putting it on a computer? We'll just weld this thing to the motherboard of original Xbox, let it go, because the AI is just going to make everything run better.
well, that also instigates that, and the CPU is strong enough to do it, and all of that. So there is still the hardware limitation of what the AI is going to try and
That's
help out
my
with.
whole point about this whole concept of this fucking thing.
I
Like,
know.
AI is not going to do shit. Like, you're still going to need hardware.
I know. That said, I fucked around with frame gen on Resident Evil Requiem. It was fine. It was a little buggy at times, and I had screen tearing, but it went fine. At the end of their day one stuff, they did definitely state, and they put it up in bold to make sure that everyone heard this loud and clear. Anything that flew under the Xbox banner, so anything that had an Xbox logo on its casing, will be attempted to be revived. Meaning, all the games that aren't backwards compatible right now, they are hoping when the Project Helix comes out, will become available on the Project Helix.
Yeah, but why do they need Project Helix to do that? Like, just
Uh,
make it available. It's an
well,
emulator. They're all over the internet. Just fucking make an emulator.
that part is correct. They're just hoping that it is available when the Project Helix comes out. I don't know if it's just for the Project Helix, but I'm hoping that we can go back in time and play original Xbox games on like our series is. But
I mean, we already can.
well,
There's several original Xbox games. Like, they're showing them in this image right here. Fucking Fusion Frenzy is available. I can play that right now. The Dragon one is available. Like, there are original Xbox games. They're just making up they're trying to like kind of intertwine it with this thing to give it an actual selling point. Because as of right now, there's nothing to sell.
okay. What about Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
Ultimate Alliance has not been available because of licensing things through Activision. Activision threw a fit when they lost the contract with Marvel and pulled all of their shit off of the marketplace. It was all on the 360 marketplace.
Okay.
The only way you can play it now is if you owned it, physical or digital, you can play it, but you can't buy a new copy of it.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with this stuff and everything to do with all they have to do is, especially now that they own the fucking licensing because they bought Activision and haven't done anything with that, release it.
Yeah. If
It doesn't need to be polished.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
a 30-year-old game. It should. Well, no, it's not 30 years old. It's a 20-year-old game.
About 20 years, yeah.
Like, it should look like a 20-year-old game. If you're going to try and polish it up, instead remake it.
I concur. I am 1000% right behind you on it. The only thing that I'm like scratching my chin about was one of the people that were in the audience listening to this presentation said, okay, they are saying they use the words all of the original games are going to be available when the Xbox Project Helix is coming out. And I was like thinking about it, and I was like, so all of the games that were on the OG Xbox, all of the games that never crossed over, all the games that were Xbox exclusive that
I mean, I would feel
never
like that's the thing is when they put out the name concept, I think they kind of oversold it because I mean they don't have any legal rights to anything that they don't actually own. So just because a copy was released on an Xbox doesn't mean they have any right to do it. They'd have to go through and get licensing things, which is why they did the backwards compatibility the way they did previously on Xbox consoles. So anything they did that was Xbox Studios or Studio Xbox Microsoft had purchased, sure, they can have that on there. But when they said the Xbox, thing on it, trying to think of one that an older one that they don't actively own that we haven't seen in a while. I can't think of anything right now off the top of my head.
I'm hoping. I'm remaining slightly hopeful that this isn't going to be some $1,500 hunk of shit that's just going to be an AI-driven dual box and actually has some actual good hardware in there. Because they were talking about making a 4 terabyte internalized solid-state drive that is embedded into the motherboard with an AMD Ryzen, almost borderline Threadripper in this son of a bitch. And I'm like, okay, so you got a good processor, you got a good storage unit that's probably not even one of the reasons why, because if it was an M.2, you could just slot it out, slot it in. This is going to be stuff that they are making. Microsoft is making this hardware, which is boggling my little mind because we haven't seen any new deviations from an actual piece of hardware since the Duke and that controller scheme. Like everything beyond that has been things that have just been a motherboard, processor, GPU, and a storage unit. Just slap it all into a box and maybe a fan. Sure, fine. Oh wait, that one doesn't have a fan. That's why it's got red ring. But anyways,
no, that's not what caused the red wing. It was an overheating issue, but it wasn't because they didn't put a fan in it. It's because of the way the motherboard sat.
Right.
But it doesn't matter if they make all this great hardware and they put it in this box and they put a big ass price tag on it and people buy it. If it's bogged down with AI crap, it won't matter.
It won't matter.
And then the concept of coming in and going, oh, well, because it's got the AI crap, we never have to release another one. That's not going to work. That's not how things work. You can't plug AI into a CRT and make it look like a fucking OLED.
I concur. I'm gonna remain hopeful for the hardware, but the software got me jittering. I'm gonna keep an ear out tomorrow for them talking about the DirectX stuff because my computer runs on DirectX for their games, and I'm kind of interested. I'm probably not gonna talk about it next week because it's gonna be a lot of high resolution mumbo jumbo. But I am curious if they're going to be pushing AI into DirectX. But going over to the actual cool gaming side of things, Blumhouse Games dropping their first game, and it's a pixelated farm simulator. Very unexpected of Blumhouse Games, but Grave Seasons is a game where you are doing a farming, romancing, and investigating your way through an unsettling town of Ashen Ridge. I might be here for this. I like Blumhouse, and pixel adventures have always been on my cut.
I mean, it's cute. It's fun. It's a different take on this style of game that's been around for a while. It might be fun. I'm curious with it being Blumhouse if they have any intentions to tie it into a movie, a TV show, anything like that, or if the game's going to stay solo.
No, Jesus. Well, that gave up one of the plot points of a giant wolf just going num num num. It's got over 400,000 wish lists as of March 2nd, 2026. I'm going to probably add it to my wish list after this. I'm not signed in on the thing. But yeah, I'll probably add this to my wish list. Keep an eye on it. The developer, also a funny name for the developer, Perfect Garbage. Very interesting.
That's a pretty good name.
All right. Now, this one I kept a secret from you, Q. You remember the launch of Well, I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna play it. We're just gonna play it, and let me know what you think. I'm gonna take a nice
The
drink.
biggest problem with this is I can't hear these.
Oh yeah, you know what?
The problem is if you play the sound, it's going to come through on the stream, isn't it?
With the way that this game is being made, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, so this is looking like a lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the Power World lawsuit, how are you going to go through and do something this fucking brazen?
So, Pocket Pair, the guys behind Power World, is making this game called Pikmon.
Okay, yeah, no, you're gonna get sued into oblivion. Like some of these are straight up 100% ripoffs.
So yeah, let me go ahead and remute just in case. Just in case they happen to
Yeah,
turn
I never heard
around.
any of it, by the way.
That's fine. So they have a capturing system very similar to Pokemon, but it's cards. They have a Pikachu clone, as you can see here. They are pushing
Several of those were fucking clones.
they are pushing their boundaries. That being said, this looks good as far as you know, a Pokemon clone is concerned, but yeah, no, this is gonna get hit hard. You guys took your victory, like even this Pokemon that you can ride on, and it changes into a Pokemon that stands on two legs. Like, guys, you're not even trying. A person on Twitter I follow also was like, "Oh yeah, one of my friends had their rendition of this Pokemon ripped for this game." You guys want to talk about that at Pocket Pair? And no response as of yet. This was a couple days ago.
I mean, to be fair, you can just say things on the internet and make it and have it not be true. So
that is true.
you also can't expect them to respond to every single comment that gets made.
That is true.
The card thing, I'm surprised they didn't just rip off Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Hugo in chat says pushing is an understatement, straight up copying the homework and not even changing it slightly. Yeah.
Think McFly. Can't turn this in with your handwriting.
But yeah, having the main character look like he's from Breath of the fucking Wild is crazy. Like he looks like Link. Like I'm not wrong about that. The light blue tunic. But even still, I am very curious to see more about this game, just because I do like having open world builders, tame 'em ups, but I also love to hear the intrigue of a potential lawsuit, hopefully breaking down and actually working for once in Nintendo's favor. It's going to be released for the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 5. Not going to be out for Xbox. Like
the fact that they're able to get it on Switch is wild. Like, who over at Nintendo is approving the games that go on the Switch?
I got no clue, man. Like it's so fucking crazy to me. There's someone giving up secrets on the internal, because that's just Cyril Edge. That's just fucking Cyril Edge.
I mean,
that's
you don't have to give up secrets. The coding's out there. You're just taking the code.
Oh god.
The models are there. You're just taking the models.
But yeah, that's the one that I kept.
Glad to see they brought back their Gatling guns.
Yeah, and their Pokemon slavery or monster slavery thing.
Oh, they're even doing the motorcycle fucking things.
Yeah, there they are. They're working down the factory lines. They're right behind. Oh, and then you got the Zapdos clone over here.
Oh, well, they did make the slavery things bad guys, so there's that.
Yeah. Well, you can also enslave your creatures to build your weapons.
Yes, but see, yours aren't sitting in a grayscale. They're happily working. They're little minions.
They don't have the
This is sarcasm, to be clear.
Yeah, they don't have the big old giant X over it with the grayscale. Nobody wants that. They want the colorful big green circle.
After this gets sued into oblivion, I need someone to sue all of those fake game ads you get for the App Store.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for popping in. Hello, hello.
Um,
But yeah, no, this is probably not gonna go too far out. The comments, yeah, I read a few of the comments. They're quite wild and daring. But go check out the Pikmin game trailers if you want to go and take a look at some unhinged individuals being
it
like,
is wild.
"This shit's crazy."
It is wild when someone who's ripping you off ends up making a slightly better version than your last outing. Looking at the ZA fiasco,
Yeah.
and what was the one right before that? Because that one wasn't great either.
Arceus was the one just before that.
No, there was one
Oh.
after Arceus.
There was one after Arceus. There was Violet and Scarlet.
No, hold on. I'm gonna put on
I'm
games.
not a big Pokemon guy. I like Pokemon, but not as big as a lot of people.
So yeah, there were several. So it went Legends, then it went Scarlet and Violet. Then we got the DLCs, the 3 DLCs, and then A to Z. So yeah, Z. I mean, so it was Scarlet. You're right.
Oh,
Scarlet and Violet, which did not look great, and then they did 3 DLCs for them across 2 years.
I remember, and I've been meaning to think about getting those, but that would mean I gotta get all the online stuff.
I don't own Scarlet and Violet. If I buy another Pokemon game, like I haven't bought myself a Pokemon game since Sapphire. If I were to buy a Pokemon game right now, it will either be that, the Leaf Green and Fire Red that we were talking about, or I would go back and buy Arceus because I no longer have a copy, and I really liked Arceus.
That's fair. I heard Arceus.
It's also wild to me that Arceus and Scarlet and Violet came out in the same year.
Yeah, 2 different parts of Game Freak were working on them.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the fact that those games come out the same year, they're so drastically different.
Oh yeah,
is like the quality feels different to me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But this looks good. It's gonna get sued into the ground. Like I was an okay fan of Power World and their ideology, but it was very early access. It was very boring. It was very boring. But I did enjoy some of the soft ideas that they had. Now having the same ideas, such as writing one of your pals picks, whatever the heck you want to call these creatures, very similarly to a Pokemon in Pokemon, and doing a fucking Akira slide ain't gonna oversell me on this.
I do like an Akira slide.
I do like an Akira slide, but you're stealing everything else. You don't gotta steal that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, is it stealing the Akira slide when like 40 other things have done it, and Akira, the people that did Akira have never sued? You're inspired by you made a lasting impression. It's literally the only thing is like the way they stopped the motorcycle. They're not copying everything else from that movie or anything else from that movie. It's not even the same outfit. You know what I mean?
True.
I will be right back. I just have to take my headset for a second.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about, well, EA has fired an unknown number of employees at Battlefield Studios. Now, I mean, it's no surprise that people were hired on to finish a game, and when they're done with the game, they are probably done. But it's hard to know that some of these individuals are moved over from Battlefield Studios / DICE and moved over to, let's say, just regular EA Studio. But even still, the unknown number is kind of an ear scratcher because, well, you make one of the best-selling Battlefield games and you can't keep the people that you hire.
EA is like $20 billion in debt, and their new ownership already came out and said that their goal to fix that is to fire people and replace them with AI. This is not a surprise.
Well, Battlefield 6 made about $7 billion, I believe. Let me see.
Well,
No, 7 million.
Dextro, they're saying that underneath it says the company has revealed their reason behind the job cuts.
Yeah, I clicked that right here. 7 million copies in the first 3 days, and made $3 billion in Q3 of 2026.
Okay, so what's their reasoning for firing everyone?
Realignment. Workers at Criterion, DICE, Ripple Effect, and Motive were among those affected. All 4 studios will remain open. Battlefield remains one of our biggest priorities, and we're continuing to invest in
We need to
franchise.
fire you because we need to realign the company because clearly you selling 7 million copies and grossing us over $3.046 billion in a single quarter for our company isn't good enough.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's better than Ubisoft that's drooling on themselves, wondering why they're not making money.
I mean, is it? It's just a different kind of bad.
I mean,
Like in my opinion, I don't think it's better. I think it's just a different kind of bad. Like people are losing their jobs because a company believes in AI and did a bad business deal more than they believe in their people that are literally making them money. Then you got Ubisoft, who's just obsessed with making sure you don't own the game.
right. EA, I have not liked EA since the loss of EA Big. Where it was all of their like hard gritty sports games and really good music tracks during those said sports games. SSX 3, man, like you had some really good fantastic music with a good adrenaline fueled game, and then like all of the games for all of Need for Speed Underground 1, Need for Speed Underground 2. Even the first Most Wanted was really good. And then as soon as EA Big dropped off, and about when probably Bad Company 2 came out, as far as Battlefields are concerned, things started going a little downhill for them. Like multiplayer started getting a little wonky. Uh, People just started having less fun with their online competitiveness, and it just started getting weird. And I don't remember the last really fun EA game I have played.
I mean, I do. I enjoyed the Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor,
Oh, that's
but
right.
that's also partially connected to my annoyance with EA. They had the 10-year exclusive with Star Wars and managed to do Battlefront 1 and 2, which Battlefront pretty much launched with not having anything in it. A Galaxy of Heroes, which was a fucking mobile game. Yes, I played it, not the point. The first Fallen Order, I think, made the cutoff, and then Squadrons, which always felt like it should have been a sub thing to Battlefront. Like, you had an exclusive contract on Star Wars for 10 years. You're this massive fucking company. And you essentially made 3 games in that 10 years because the reality is one of them didn't launch big enough. Then you made the sequel to that one. So you just used everything from the first one and then added some more stuff. You made something that should have been part of that original game as a separate game. Then you made a mobile game and another game. You made 3 games across a 10-year contract with one of the biggest fucking IPs out there.
Yep.
EA running like shit is nothing new. It's just new owners running it like shit in a different way.
Yep, they drop the ball, and then they pick up the ball and go, oh wait, and spike that ball straight back down by going, you guys are fired. That also being said, Battlefield 6 also had a lot of very weird monetization issues with like cosmetics that were not good looking.
I mean, no one's forcing you to buy the cosmetics. You don't want to buy them, don't buy them. If you say that's ugly, then don't buy it. But
Right. And then their Battle Royale game, Red Sec, was also a bit odd. Their new maps that were free was like, oh, these are a breath of fresh air. The golf course was actually really fun the 2 times I played it before I kept getting squandered back to fucking Sniper Ridge. But, I was happy to see a new map, at least a couple times in the rotation before I quit playing. But I haven't played Battlefield 6
I
in a
don't
very long time.
I don't buy these games. I don't buy the Battlefield games. I don't buy the Call of Duty games. The last time I had a Call of Duty game was because it was on Game Pass. I'm not even gonna get the new one that's on Game Pass because it's just too fucking big anyways, because they fill those games up with a whole bunch of nothing to take up the space to make sure it's all you play. Like I'm convinced the size of a Battlefield game, or not Battlefield game, a Call of Duty game, I'm convinced that they make the game as big as possible to limit you installing other games so that you're forced to keep going back to them.
I concur in that also because Battlefield, I believe, with all the new updates and the battle royale, was like 62 gigs total for everything, including the campaign. You can uninstall the campaign for like an extra 30 gigs of space.
Depending on what you put in Battlefield 6, approximately, this is AI sadly because everything's AI, it says 55 to 80 gigs. The total download size is around 76 gigs with a 48.88 gigabyte for the base game.
Okay. That's still way better than the almost 210 gigabytes that I recall having before I deleted it. The Call of Duty uh, Black Ops, whatever the fuck number we're on right now.
Well, we're on 7 now with all the modes will be over 200 gigabytes.
Yeah, I'm bleeding out.
And by all the modes, it means campaign, Warzone, and zombies.
Stupid.
Which, hold on. Let's see. Warzone itself is around 100 gigs.
And Warzone is seeing a lot of hackers
Yeah,
right now.
I'm
So
seeing it on Steam right now at 125 gigs.
stupid.
How big is Fortnite? Because it's the same game. Let's be honest. 30 to 90. Even that's a little.
And there's a little bit of controversy with their pricing as well. The cost of V-Bucks is going up, meaning you're getting less V-Bucks for the same cost, but the battle passes are also dropping in cost, but the skins are going to be staying about the same.
It's a
However,
free to play game.
yeah,
You aren't required to buy the cosmetics. It's literally the only way the game makes money.
right. And then they're going to be giving away the Save the World mode very soon.
PUBG. I'm surprised they never actually finished it. So, PUBG sits around 22,
Ugh.
and that's
Ugh.
the Apex Legends. It's at 75 to 100.
Apex actually had a collaboration that almost got me. Gundam Wing.
Let's be honest, Overwatch is just a simpler version of it. I mean, it's not simpler in the sense of like there's more tact to the game because of the different styles, but smaller maps, smaller amount of people on the maps. And I mean that Overwatch 2 is sitting, or sorry, Overwatch is sitting around 25 to 35.
They're running a collaboration with Near Automata.
Jesus Christ, is Marvel Rivals seriously 100 gigs?
Wait, what?
I'm looking for the Steam page because I don't trust the AI answer. How big is this?
Yeah, I don't think Marvel Rivals that big. I want to say maybe 90, maybe
70.
70. Okay, that's not terrible.
70.
Okay.
I mean, it feels like a lot when you're thinking about the fact that it's a, was it a 4v4, 5v5?
5v5,
6
66,
maps.
depending on game mode, and then there's other game modes, skins.
Doesn't
Adding
have to load. You don't have to install all the skins to your game, like onto your PC or your console. Like why would you need to install skins you don't own?
people want to show them off.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like
Hmm.
the game's sitting at 7. It says 70 storage of 70 gigabytes available space.
Yeah.
But if I don't own the skins, like are they taking up space on my console with the idea of like, well, it's here. It's just he hasn't paid to unlock it.
Yep.
That's disgusting. It should download when I buy it.
I mean, as I said, people want to show off the other people who paid for those skins are wanting to show those off.
Right. Why do I have to download stuff to see what's being rendered in through online?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. This shouldn't be a 70 gigabyte game.
Even still, adding they're always updating with new characters and new maps. They are pushing content out for Rivals, and 70
I'm not
gigs.
arguing that they aren't. I'm just saying that I feel like these games are too fucking big.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Like Cyberpunk is 108 gigabytes, but you can see the size.
Reminder: The Witcher 3 game of the year. Excuse me, game of the year with all of its DLCs is only 77 gigs.
Yeah, yeah. That's a well optimized game. CD Projekt Red knows how to make a very large, very fucking large game for hella optimized size. Good job, CD Projekt Red.
Let's see
Good
how
job.
many gigs.
But going back over to EA for just one
Real
last
quick,
thing.
Skyrim, and let's be honest about how Bethesda builds shit.
Yeah.
Is a 15 gigabyte game.
Yeah. Yeah. They like doing their same texture mapping. They wanted Skyrim to be run on potatoes, and it runs okay on potatoes.
And there's an argument right here I'm seeing where someone's like, if we were to put in all this stuff to make the graphics and mods like it is for a modern game, it'd be a 100 gigabyte game. I'm like, I still don't think it would be.
Sucks
I mean, how big is Starfield?
but Bethesda build shit busted. Yeah,
Starfield's huge. Starfield's 125 to 140.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Starfield's massive.
Starfield is a little.
I don't know. The sizing of games is getting out of control. Oh god, a new hand touches the beacon.
God dang it!
I want my urn to play that if someone touches it.
No. Wait, you want to be cremated? You don't want to be in a box?
I want to be shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, I would love to be rocketed up into space, into the stars, and then
I didn't say into space.
I want to be in space. I want to be in space.
At my enemy's house.
Oh, who's your enemy? I guess we'll learn. Oh, there's plenty. But back over to the EA.
That cabbage farmer knows what he did.
Fuck that guy. The EA laying off folk, it kind of makes sense. Some of them are probably QA, so you don't need a QA game past its release / beyond its means.
Okay, here's an idea.
Okay.
Don't fire the QA guys because that's how you make broken games.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, if you don't have a test build for another 6 to 8 months, you're just having a guy sit there testing nothing.
Okay, but that's the thing is like he should have other jobs or QA should have always been outsourced, one or the other. But Battlefield 6 just came out, yes, but you know that they immediately started work on the next Battlefield game. You know that there's other games that they've been working on. Battlefield's not the only thing they make.
That is true. That is true. They could have pushed them toward what is it? Ripple Effect, which I believe is working on something secret, something big.
We're expected to get an announcement on another Battlefield sometime in March. They've got the new Skate game. There's always a fucking Madden. Dragon Age, the Veilguard. Apex Legends has updates. So they need people to play those. Whatever they end up deciding to do with Sims with this whole, like, it's going to be free thing that they keep talking about with the Sims. Star Wars Zero Company, because now that they don't have an exclusive contact, they suddenly want to make Star Wars games.
I was curious, and I pulled up the jobs at EA type of thing for Ripple Effect. They're needing a senior director of operations for Battlefield.
I mean, people still play it. It's probably Battlefield 2. People still play it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's your head honcho ain't there. That's weird.
Right. What kills me is, looking at the Star Wars games. It's like they've released 2 games. Sorry, they've released 1 game, and they're working on a second one, while still doing support on Old Republic and Galaxy of Heroes. It's been 3 years since they lost their contract, their exclusive contract. With the release of this second game, they will already be at more games, and this is coming out this year. Zero Company is coming out this year. Between Survivor and Zero Company, within 3 years, you're releasing 2 games to your 3 you did across 10. Why is it removing the exclusivity made them actually make Star Wars games?
I wish I could answer. I have no clue. The EA is now at a point where I have no fucking idea what they're even what games are they going to be pulling up? Like what is on their docket right now? What are we expecting from EA aside from a new Battlefield game or the
New
the
Battlefield game, new Madden
uh
game,
the
that Star Wars one.
fucking that Star Wars one and the weird Star Wars Pod Racer one. That's
The Star
it.
Wars Pod Racer isn't them.
It isn't EA?
No, they don't have exclusivity. There's all kinds of people making Star Wars games.
Uh
Um,
like there is
hold on.
nothing these guys are popping out that I'm interested in.
Galactic Racer is coming from Fuse and Secret Mode.
I don't even know who the fuck they must be new.
Fuse is not new. Fuse is they're the developer on it. Oh no, maybe Fuse is new.
Oh yeah,
Because this is the only
and
game before that.
fucking Skate just closed down. Their
Well,
online
they're
only fucking Skate game.
sorry, Secret Mode's not new. Fuse does look like new. Secret Mode's done other stuff, but yeah, no. So they're doing a new Skate game. They're doing Madden. They're doing that one Star Wars one, and they're going to do another Battlefield. And at some point, I'm sure they'll, do another shitty revamp on Plants vs Zombies, because they just did the one last year or earlier this year, whichever that was crap because it was just a bad AI re-render of the previous game. But that's the thing. The new ownership of EA straight up said after they bought it, like the way they're going to make up the massive debt that they just occurred in this purchase is by firing people and replacing jobs with AI. They're going to be crap games.
Yeah, the only thing that's in the coming soon section is the Star Wars Zero Company strategy game that we talked about a while ago.
It doesn't look bad, but the thing is like, is it being polished at the end by AI? Because this was being built before the new ownership, but it's going to be finished this year and come out this year.
Oh, Dragon Age. I haven't even played Veil. I need to go back into Veilguard. Hugo in chat says, I hope Dead Space 2 remake is still a possibility. I hope so too. Like, I heard Dead Space remake was a pretty good one.
Yes,
And
but how did it do on sales?
I heard
Approximately 2 million copies.
that's not terrible.
But the rumors are that the internal expectations was 5 million.
It's a remake. You know, it can't force people to buy games, but even
It's
still,
a
2 million.
remake, but not only is it a remake, it's a remake without the original people because they were off doing Callisto Protocol.
And Callisto Protocol was very weird. I liked it,
I heard people
but it was very.
I didn't get around to playing it.
I
That's the other thing, though. As I'm seeing you stroll around on here, is like they're supposed to be doing a new Sims game, but it's also supposed to be free to play.
yeah. EA, don't fuck up. Anyway, let's head over to at least a company that's, I guess, starting to listen. Yesterday was March 10th, also known as Mario, MAR10, and they had a bunch of really cool announcements. Starting off with the movie, of course. Donald Glover is playing Yoshi, and that was a bit of a chin scratcher, but sure, fine, okay, that's cool.
I'm curious if it's going to be that he actually does a really good Yoshi voice, or if this is going to be something dumb.
Okay, yeah, I'm hoping so too.
Like, I like Donald Glover, I just don't know where they're going with this.
Yes, same. For those who liked Yoshi's Story back on the N64, there is a book-telling, very wonderfully drawn game that is Yoshi and the Mysterious Book that is coming out May 21st, 2026 for $60. They are pushing the old school financing again, hopefully not charging $70 per game. I believe this is going to be only on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it says right there, only on the Nintendo Switch 2. It looks good. Looks fun. They had the first level available to watch from start to finish. Not necessarily a demo, which is a bit of a bummer. But I'm happy that they are showing off everything that the new Yoshi can do.
Does Nintendo do demos?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
That
I just
being
wasn't sure.
s- that being said, they showed off fucking Metroid Prime 4. And I was like, cool, got no problem with that. They showed more Kina Bridge of Spirits. I was like, cool. Um, they of course showed more of the movie, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. They showed off Mario Tennis finally joining the Virtual Boy, Mario versus Donkey Kong on the Game Boy Advance, and Mario Clash on the Virtual Boy. Which this one was the one that gave everybody headaches because of the 3D stereoscopic style of vision. Um, Other than that, they announced a new DLC for Mario Brothers Wonder. Um, I never played anything on the Switch 2 edition of Mario Wonder, but I did watch a couple people play it. Sure, fine. I almost
Still no
spoiled.
plan Switch 2.
I almost spoiled what I'm going to talk about later, but there was more that they talked about, but that'll be after the shoe news. Badoop. Last up on the game ducket that I had, do you want to play as a raccoon going from point A to point B with your best friends, trying to wheel around a shopping cart full of the trash you find?
I mean, why not?
I mean, why not? Trash Day comes to us by Off by One Games, and I just wanted to talk about it because I like these kinds of games that are friend slop style games where you and a couple friends can go and crash a shopping cart full of stuff and try and repair it while being very cute trash pandas. Yeah,
I like Trash Panda.
I love trash pandas. They're my second favorite animal. And now it is time for shoe news. Over at Bull Airs, the very expensive custom shoes, they started hitting up with some Fraggle Rock inspired shoes, and I gotta say, they look pretty fucking good for fuzzy shoes.
I mean, I still wouldn't wear them because I feel like they're gonna get ruined
They
the
are gonna,
first time it
yeah,
gets outside. But
es-
yeah,
es- especially if you're paying $200 for the Toro's low tops variants of the Gobbo, Moki, Red, and Wembley, or the $295 version of the short horn low top sneaker of Gobbo. They all look really relatively good if you're a fan of Fraggle Rock. Just kind of have the imagination of the characters, and this is them kind of pushed into a shoe. Like they look exactly like their character. I actually really like the Wembley one. Let me blow it up for the people on stream. Oh, come on. Oh, it doesn't have a bigger image to blow up. Well, can I do this? I can. It has his shirt on as the actual printing, and then on the back it has Fraggle Rock written on it, and then his hair poofed out the back. I'm like, that's fucking adorable. It also is made with some leather and a woven tag logo on the tongue. I like this. This is a good collaboration. I just would not pay the $195 for them.
those are that's a lot of money. It's a lot of
Yeah,
money for a shoe.
heading over to Cold Sins, all one word, coldsins.com. They're dropping these Travis Scott custom Freddy versus Jason ones. Hard to know how much they're going to be, but from what has been gathered from the earlier Chucky ones that are being sold online for roughly $400. These are
Mm.
all custom, handmade. Hard to know how many they're actually going to drop, but Friday the 13th at 3 p.m. Eastern time, they're going to drop these really nice looking Freddy versus
I mean, they're
Jason.
cool,
Yeah, oh yeah.
and I get the price when they're handmade, limited, all that. But again, spending that kind of money on something that's going to get destroyed if I use it the way it's meant to be used.
Yeah. Oh, someone actually posted a picture of the Child's Play Chucky ones. Cool. I actually really like the look of those.
Yeah,
But
those aren't bad.
but yeah, the I have no clue on how much they are. You can go on there, sign up for the notification thing as soon as you get notified on the early access and the drop alerts. This one, and then I believe there's going to be one more that is going to be announced later on the Friday the 13th that does not have any pictures. So if you happen to be interested in spooky shoes, go and check out coldsins.com. Guess what, Crocs? We talked about I talked about One Piece Crocs, and well, now there's one more to join the crew, the Zoro versions, and I'm glad they're not calling it Zolo. Thank God they're not calling him Zolo. Where it's actually his gi wrapped up with his insignet, and then on the back has this fabric that is holding a gibbet of his three swords. I actually found this one to be really nerdy and actually kind of cool. I would purchase these, but I feel like Quincy would really hate me if I purchased these.
Hey, buy what you want. You're an adult. You're not hurting anyone except yourself with these things.
Oh, and it's even got his earrings on the other one. That's fucking cool. But even still, $70. I don't want to spend $70 on Crocs. I also kind of.
To be clear, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I was. You're like you're
There's been
grown.
far too many headset issues today. I don't trust it.
That's fair. You said you're grown. You can buy them, and I said, I mean, I guess I could, but I don't
Yeah.
want to. $70 is still a lot
Nah.
of money.
I would only go out with you in public in one place with these on. So,
And that's
to be clear,
the One Piece Cafe.
the One Piece Cafe.
Okay. I'm hoping we can get one of those capes.
If you tried
man.
wearing these to go to Bojangles, I would be like, no.
I still want to try Bojangles, but there's a
I
Bojangles
haven't been
off
over there yet. They opened
was
up
it
another
Decatur?
one.
They did?
There's like 2 or 3 of them now.
Oh, okay. We'll have to porch out a plan to head out that way.
Yeah, we'll do it one of these days.
Razer and Pokemon had a earlier collaboration, and now they're having one more with Gengar. They are releasing a giant mouse pad / keyboard pad, the one that you can kind of lay over your desk mat, I guess is the best way to put it. A Gengar imbued headset with microphone, and a really interesting Razer, I believe it is a Naga Hex, I believe, mouse. And I actually really like the care that's kind of been put into all these design wise.
This is beautiful. I like this. I just recently got a nice mouse pad. I do really like it. I like the mouse. I like the headset. I like the mouse pad. The only way to complete this though is to go get the Gengar pillow blanket thing where you stick your head in his mouth.
I would
The
love to
tongue,
get
you
like
use the tongue as the thing you lay on.
what do they call it? A kigurumi, where you are basically dressed up as a Gengar. I would love one of those. I have my little Gengar plushie sitting in front of my my record rack, just looking at me with his smile.
The real breakdown on these though is what are we looking at price wise? Because I think
These
that's what kills a lot of these things for me as a fan of stuff is like there's a lot of cool shit out there, and then I see the prices and I'm like, okay, but the non IP version of that is a third of that. So that's like all because of the IP, the licensing, not because it's a higher quality or anything like that. So
let me do a little bit of scoping. Because I think these are early visions. Because I know there's let's see here. PC mice. Let's see. All mice. Let's see if there's anything. Yeah, no, it's just showing me Death Adder, the Basilisk. Yeah, no,
you saying All Mice makes me think of All Might, but as a mouse.
I am here. Shop the latest.
But with like a squeaky voice.
Wow. Okay, so the headset is 140, but this has higher key drivers, and the microphone is their Razer Hyperclear cardioid mic, which is reactive lighting on the headset. So To be Razer, it is very keynote and has all this glowy stuff.
Which version is it? It's their what?
Razer Kraken Kitty V2.
Okay, so the Kraken Kitty, first of all, apparently is new according to this section of the website. The Kraken Kitty currently, if I were to get one of the kitty ones,
Oh my god, and there's Cinema Roll.
is why do you have to just tell me the price? Like, why is it always a fight for me to get the price on things?
Here, I got it.
$179.99. So how much is the Gengar one?
The Gengar one is $139.99 for the headset. And then for the white one, it is $79.99. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the Razer Kraken Kitty V3 Pro, $179.99. So they
V3.
Oh, okay. Which one are you looking at for the game?
V2.
V2. Okay, V2 or V2 BT? Just V2?
Just V2.
Okay. So the V2, now that I know where to look for the prices.
$80 on sale.
So it's $79.99, normally $99.99. And the Gengar one is how much?
$60 more.
So $60 because they made it purple.
Purple with the Gengar ears, yes. Oh, and Gengar.
Like it's the same thing.
Yep.
Because it's the V2, which isn't even the new model of their headset, because they have two new models of their headset. They have the Razer Kraken Kitty V3X and the Razer Kraken Kitty V3 Pro. So it's not even the new version of the headset. They put it on last year's model, essentially.
Yep.
But up the price, basically, essentially doubled the price, because it's on sale for $79. You said it's $60 more. So they almost doubled the price just because they made it a Pokemon.
Yep.
That's fucking nuts. That's nuts.
As for the Gigantus V2, the desk mat is $50. It is rubber foam with an anti-slip base and water resistant. Cool, whatever. And then the Razer Cobra, sorry about getting it wrong, the mouse is $60. And I can honestly say I would just be buying it just because it's Gengar themed, but ultimately I love my Logitech Hero G603, G502. Yeah, I'm sitting here with a Hero, and I actually really love it. It has weights that you can add in and make it easier to move around with.
Which mouse is the Gengar one again?
The Cobra.
Let's see. There's the Viper. The third.
When I click into it, I can just go back to the black. There we go. So the regular is $40.
And how much is the Gengar one?
$20 more at $60.
Okay, see, $20 isn't as bad, but at the same time, when you think of the percentages, that's a 50% increase.
Yeah.
Although we're getting almost 100% increase. We're at like an 80% increase, 90% increase on the headset.
Yeah. And if you want,
is that the Razer Cobra, the Hyperspeed, or the Pro?
That's the regular Cobra with RGB.
So again, we're getting okay with the RGB. Okay, yeah, because they got the Cobra has a better RGB, but then they got the brand new one, the Hyperspeed. So again, they went with the base model, slapped this on there, and they're charging you $20 more. Like, guys.
Yeah. And if you want the Cinema Roll, it's another $10 on top of that. Yeah. I like Razer as far as like their RGB and like their overall like designs, but yeah, no, their pricing has always been this thunk of
well, and it's not just them. Yeah, they've got pricing problems across the board, but I'm saying like it's not just them when it comes to this whole concept of because we got an IP, we need to double or triple the price.
Yeah.
Like that's a problem across the board that very much irks me.
Razer, fix yourself.
It's like when you buy, like, let me look, Switch 2
Oh yeah,
controller.
the Switch 2. Oh, the Switch 2 went up 10% just because Pokopia came out.
Disgusting. So their Pro controller, because we're gonna see it with Switch. Watch. Their Pro O2 controller. Holy shit, $89.99. It just did not want to
That's
lower the price.
ridiculous. I bought a third-party controller and it works well.
Their Resident Evil Requiem one, which is basically a black sticker that just puts Resident Evil kind of over it, is $10 more. So that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Although I feel like they could have done more with that design because it's basically a black fucking sticker on top of a black controller. See, if you want the cheap ones, you can get yourself a controller for the Switch for $27.99. That's Legend of Zelda. It's got a Link silhouette with him pulling back the bow and different runes and stuff. The problem is it's not the Pro controller, and you have to hardwire it. It's a fucking plugin.
That's fine by me. I don't mind
You
that.
say that, but you don't have pets.
That is true.
You know how many controllers my cats or company have destroyed in my life?
That is true.
Now they do have the Power A Nintendo Switch 2 Advantage. Oh, it's the Advantage wireless controller, so it's not the Pro. That one's $51.99. It's got Pokemon all over it. It's kind of ugly. Yeah, so I guess they're not as bad. I was expecting because this is like a normal practice. I will give Nintendo a boon here for not being completely shitty on this one. I do think they could have done more with that Resident Evil controller. Like you have to pull that up real quick so the stream can see it, dude. It's boring.
Are you sending me a link?
I can send you a link. Hold
on. Okay, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Resident. It's just the Resident Evil. It's the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller Resident Evil Requiem Edition.
Pro.
It's the newspaper, but it's just a boring sticker. Like it was so close to being something really cool.
Oh.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so close. But this is why I don't buy the fancy controllers normally. Like, yeah, I have the Xbox one, but that was a gift, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and they put some work into it. But it was more expensive than the regular one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is why we have so many sticker companies that are successful. Because you can buy a Pro controller and then just buy a bunch of different stickers for it.
Okay, well, it kind of looks like it's etched on. It doesn't look like a sticker. It looks like it's just I think this is actually a removable faceplate now, thinking about it.
Well, this is sold as the Resident Evil controller, so I don't think it's a plate you can switch out. But I don't think it's etched. I think that's... I'm ripping my screen like I could fucking touch the controller. What the hell's wrong with me? It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. Hard to tell. I can see a sheen off of it, but I don't. Yeah, it's not easy to tell.
Like, it's a cool concept. Poor execution.
Yeah.
Could have been much more.
I would probably buy it, but yeah, okay, I gotcha. I like Requiem.
I mean, at least it's only $10 more. Like that's that. I was expecting what we get with the Razer thing because we see that in a lot of places.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was wrong about that.
Heading over to the YouTuber side of things, along with the Super Mario Galaxy movie announcement, there is now Mr. Beast pushing out some new Feastables, such as white chocolate peanut butter Yoshi eggs, Galaxy Cocoa Crunch chocolate bar, and Mario Galaxy sour boosts.
I have never eaten any of the Feastable things.
I have had a freebie. I had a free sample, I think, of the peanut butter bar, and it melted, but it was okay. The peanut butter was very cheap.
Although I don't like most peanut butter products outside when it comes to like a candy or something like that outside of Reese's.
I concur. I vastly concur. I am curious to see the sour boost just because I like sour candy, but I'm not spending. I could see this being.
It's just mirrors sour candy, especially if it's gummies, just gone downhill.
Yeah, they just aren't.
Like sour gummies are never good anymore.
Fucking what? There was a collaboration. The Shaq ones. the Shaquille O'Neal fucking
The
sour gummies.
7-Eleven. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't try them.
those are actually really good. I actually had a ball with those. Those are good. Not like Warhead's level of sour, but pretty damn good. Like they were flavorful. They had I think 20% of your intake of vitamin C, so they weren't completely, nonsensical uh citric acid. But I'm curious, very lightly curious, but I wouldn't spend a lot of money for these. The Feastables I think were fucking like $2 and some change, but that's kind of the going rate for candy bars nowadays, which is a bit of a
Candy
bummer
bars gotten fucking expensive.
that they did. That they did.
See, so chat says Lifesaver sours aren't bad, but a lot of them are mid. I like myself a Lifesaver, the gummies every now and then, but I feel like even their regular gummies are starting to get weaker in flavor.
Mm-hmm. They just came out with some new styles, X's and O's, and like another like sour branding of Lifesavers. So I'll have to...
X's and O's, they brought that back and they're claiming it is new. They used to have the tic-tac-toe commercials when we were kids.
Oh my god! I remember now.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't Lifesaver. Maybe it was a different company.
Maybe
I
it
remember
was.
those.
Yeah, I do remember the tic tac toe gummies that you can. Oh, I think it might have been Welch's, maybe. I will do digging later, but they also.
Funables.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's an old thing or a new thing. That's what the first thing came up when I looked that up.
Gotcha. Fucking Lego and Mario obviously aren't a new thing, but they did want to make a new minifig for the good old Mario and showed it off during the trailers. Sure, fine. It looks like the Sonic one. It just basically has all the regular bits and pieces. Doesn't, of course, have the weird spines on the back and the big old bulbous head of Mario. It's fine. It's not that new set. I'm hoping to see more of their Smart Play, the interactive
I found
version.
it.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, it was from Nabisco, and they were fun fruits. And the bag
Fun
had the
fruits.
tic-tac-toe on it, and then you could put the X's and the O's on it.
Okay, that had a light familiarity. But okay, I'm happy to see more Lego. As said, want to see some Smart Play. That being said, they already did Mario in the Mario Kart with a full size set, and now you have Luigi. I wished they had given us extra pieces so that way you can do the mean mugging Luigi face.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, like they even down here, someone was like, "Come on!" All they had to do is just
Yeah,
turn the
I
eyebrows
need
just a little.
Mean Mug Luigi, and I need Scared Toad.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having give me a Donkey Kong, give me a big barrel racer, please. I would buy that one. I would buy that one wholehandedly. But I'm happy to see that they're not doing the same exact cart per character, and this one is actually Luigi's style
Right.
of vehicle. I'm very happy that this is getting more love. I'm hoping to see Toad, as you had said, maybe even DK, maybe even Bowser. Big Bowser, please. We'll hopefully see more in the future. Heading over to the final bit of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which is dropping April 1st. There is going to be a lot of there's a lot. There we go. There's a lot of popcorn buckets and drink cups and little plush blind boxes.
Are we able to make this image any bigger?
Sadly, no. It's fucking
Instagram being a bitch.
yeah. Can I do it through the? I can do individuals going to their individual things like showcases, showing off their cups and their Yoshi popcorn bucket and their square tin, their square cups and their okay looking tub.
So, which theater is this? The Showcases?
Showcase US.
That cup looks like a knockoff Lego.
It does. And then if I were to go back and then click, let's see, does Fandango have? Here we go. So if you do Fandango, you get a collectible orange Luma LED popcorn bucket as the Luma Galaxy bundle. I wish you can show me where does the popcorn go in the back? I would assume.
Probably it's probably one of those ones. I wonder how you get it because Fandango is a website or an app that you book through.
I'm
To go
sure
to, like,
that when
other
you,
theaters.
I'm sure that you have to go to the theater that they are giving them out in, maybe. Because
Yeah, that's the thing is like I don't think Fandango owns theaters. So I'm curious as to how that works. Okay,
okay,
interesting.
let me look
Well, it
at.
also looks like Regal is marked for the Lumas as well. So maybe that's one of those things like Regal carries certain colors, but if you book with Fandango, you get others. I don't know.
Maybe over
There's
at
that cup again. So that cup's at a few places.
yeah. So it seems that Epic Theaters is offering a kids combo, which I kind of enjoy that whole entire all-in-one thing. But that Yoshi popcorn bucket, I guarantee, is going to be worth a bajillion
Oh yeah, people are
dollars.
going to spend a stupid amount on it. It should have been a full size bucket as a
Yeah,
Yoshi egg that you would just take the top off and would show like the egg crack, design. You take the top off and boom, popcorn.
Yoshi head and Yoshi head. Like even if the Yoshi head was taking up some of that, that would still be kind of cool.
Yeah, that wouldn't
Uh,
be bad. But yeah, I feel like it should have been a giant Yoshi egg, not this little thing.
let's see here, and I'll click one more. We'll do Cinemark. Let's see, Cinemark here. Oh, they have a backpack and a T-shirt. Okay, well, it's a prize pack, which a bit of a bummer that it's a prize pack and not like sellable. But let's see here.
Kind of a lame shirt, anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So there's okay. So you can see on this image that it is in the back of the Luma, and
Mm.
these are LED light up, which is kind of a bit distracting when you're in a fucking movie theater. But whatever.
Yeah, if people are turning these on in the movie theater, I'm gonna smack the damn thing out of their hands.
Yeah.
Unless it's
The
a kid, because this is a family movie. Kids can get away with it.
I mean, I'm still smacking it out of their hands. A throw blanket. I don't know if you can see it behind
That's gonna become a
Quincy.
core memory, and that's how you start a villain.
Good. Good. We need more villains in this world.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Because villains in this world aren't, Bowser. They're Elon Musk.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder if we could make a carbon neutral version of a villain. I don't know.
I don't
That's
remember
too
the
much
carbon
thinking.
neutral of one in Captain Planet. I remember them all being very opposite of that.
Fucking Duke Nukem, maybe. He was one of the
How do I
coolest.
become the guy that designs popcorn buckets? Because every time we get a popcorn bucket, I sit there and go, I could have done better.
Yeah, there is I like, don't get me wrong, the Yoshi one still cool, but the
It's cool.
Lumas,
The Lumas suck.
the
First of all,
Lumas
because
are great.
especially when it's saying extra large. Oh, extra large popcorn on the side, so you still get your full size popcorn.
Okay,
That's good.
okay. You get 44-ounce souvenir cup with a same day
The
free
souvenir cup's
refill.
even boring.
Yeah, if it had the
I
design topper or something, then that'd be kind of cool.
I
The
miss
throw,
Phantom Menace I miss Phantom Menace cups.
yeah, you can kind of see the throw blanket behind your head here, but they're fine. Yeah, they're fine. They're little throw blankets made out of I'm sure fleece or some off brand of it. Um, a pin. Okay, pins aren't terrible because that. Okay, here's where the mini popcorn cauldron comes in, but that the word mini got me going. No.
Again, it does it come with the popcorn on the side? Because if so, then fine, we can work with it. But why not make a full size popcorn bucket that is a cauldron?
So $35 gets you one of 6 Luma pins, a popcorn tub, a medium drink, the popcorn cauldron with this I think it's acrylic Bowser, and a mini poster for $35. Meh. That's a little pricey even for popcorn movie theater pricing. And that's all that I see
Yeah.
there. Eh. Not terrible, but 35 bucks. Adoop. Over at Todd McFarlane Toys, Todd's Mods, that has these really grotesque looking figures of Batman's Rogues Gallery, has Solomon Grundy
Born on a
being
Monday.
born on a Monday, baptized on a Tuesday,
Christened
christened,
on Tuesday.
christened on Tuesday, burned on Wednesday.
I don't remember.
I don't either. But even
Now I have to
so,
look it up.
okay, that's fine. While you're looking it up, there is a couple of these that have already kind of caught my eye, such as this Joker one hiding a giant mallet behind their weirdly tipped shoulders.
He was born on a Monday, christened on a Tuesday, and married on a Wednesday. I always heard his wedding on a Wednesday, but
Oh.
on a Thursday he fell sick, and the illness got worse on a Friday, and he died on a Saturday. His body was buried on a Sunday, and like this, it was the end of Solomon Grundy.
Oh, okay. But even still, this looks great. It looks fantastic.
No, this is good.
I don't know how much this is, however. Hold on, let me see if I can. Let's see if I can't just do this. $20. Not terrible for
That's pretty good. Yeah, pretty
yeah,
good.
not bad for a pretty big hunk of plastic you can throw at someone. Or vinyl. It's vinyl, so it's better plastic. Not terrible. Now it's time to get to the thing that's going to depress Quincy because he doesn't like Taco Bell.
It's crap.
It is crap. But it's crap that will make you feel like crap if you eat it. But I kind of want to try a couple of these things. So Taco Bell did a Live Moss Live, a night at the Palladium, where they unveiled 20-ish new items that are both innovative and yet kind of interesting. So they did a pie a while back that was kind of like a key lime pie, but with their Baja Blast. And now they're doing it with the Baja Blast Midnight version, which is like a dark berry flavor in a pie. And I said, that sounds kind of okay. The next one is a bit weird. They're mini Mexican pizza bites. Sure, fine, I guess.
The Mexican pizza has not been the same since they brought it back. It was the only thing I liked on the fucking menu. They got rid of it. They brought it back, and it's been gross ever since. Making a smaller version of it's not going to make it taste better.
Yeah, apparently it also adds in a bit of the cantina chicken and beans. I'm unsure of what this thing is. Hang on, let me find out here. Cantina chicken Mexican pizza with jalapeno citrus salsa. Mmm. Little tiny cheesecake. What is this one? This one's in the desserts. Strawberries and cream Mexican pizza bites. They look adorable. They look
What?
cute. I would eat them.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, sure. Edible taco sauce packets. They are only going to be doing this in the fire version. It is, I guess, an idea to help eliminate the waste of their fire packets. Good recycling, I guess, where you just eat the packet.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
But I like their mild if I'm going to do a sauce there.
Their new chicken nuggets that is going to be either flamin' hot or Cool Ranch dusted. Sure, fine.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of getting chicken nuggets from Taco Bell. It doesn't sit right with me.
Fair enough. Their creme brulee. What was it?
What are they doing? All these non-Mexican things, and creme brulee and
Here we go. Creme brulee crunch wrap slider, a dessert spin on the iconic hexagon featuring vanilla cream filling, a cinnamon sugar tostada, and caramelized crust grilled inside of a tortilla. I don't think that's this. I just thought that I immediately caught the vision of the creme brulee and caught that immediately. But I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh, these are the little Mexican pizza empanadas. Little cute little bite-sized yum-yums. For their celebration of their 2026 lineup, they did birthday cake empanadas. That's just diabetes in a shell. I believe this is their crunch wrap, the dessert crunch wrap, the creme brulee one, because you can tell by the nice dessert topping. I would like to try that one too. These are the chocolate fudge and caramel empanadas, which can't really say very much more about those.
I need to
Oh,
find an empanada place.
and then these ones are the cheesy G sliders, flatbread wrapped around crispy white corn shells layered with mozzarella, pepper jack, cheddar, lettuce, pico, and a chipotle sauce. Which honestly has a pretty good look to it. I would. But there's a couple other things that are not shown on this, such as cold brew with purple horchata cold foam, a strawberry horchata refresca. Of course, their Mountain Dew Baja Midnight Zero, finally coming in with the zero sugar variant. The Flamin' Hot Mini Taco Salad, which I think that was that thing that was being broken up. Excuse me. Diablo Dusted Crispy Chicken Nuggets, which kind of worries me about because Diablo scares me. And then a milk. Oh, the milk bar is also what is being shoveled up with the birthday cake empanada. I forgot that they did a handshake with the milk bar.
Yeah, birthday cake empanada does not sound good.
It sounds like diabetes.
It just sounds like a gross flavor to put in an empanada, but I also don't understand the birthday cake concept. Birthday cake flavored crap is always crap flavored crap.
Crap flavored crap. With sprinkles.
With sprinkles.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Clap hands together. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check out the links down in the description for good old Zenny. They are running a really good deal of a buy one, get one 50% off on a lot of their current wear, as well as some of their jumpstart for spring. After the daylight savings time, they said, hey, here's 30% off of all sunglass variants. And I was like, oh, So I have a nice pair of sunglasses for under $25. Remember to check out Quincy over on his threads. Check me out over on Instagram now. I'm posting up mostly rats and fun looking games. Twitter's doing okay. I'm reblogging some weird stuff.
Twitter's not been doing okay for a very long time.
Yeah. I might vacate. It's just I get some of the news from Twitter, and I don't want to leave a good source of news.
It's one of those things. A lot of the top accounts for different companies where they're going to announce their stuff, sadly, is still Twitter, and they haven't migrated over to other spots. It makes sense.
Yeah. Remember to check out Hero Forge. Hero Forge is still running their 20% off of STL files. So if you have a 3D printer nearby, you can grab some very inexpensive minifigures for your D&D campaign, or just to kind of have around like I did. Check out Humble Bundle. How about a bunch of charities while getting a whole bunch of cool stuff? There is a lot more bundles than the ones that I have labeled earlier in this podcast, because they are doing their 15-year anniversary, where almost every single day they have been bumping out something new. So go and check them out, at least help out some charities while also getting some really cool stuff. Oh yeah, check out the Discord. If you want to yell at us live, you can hop into the Discord, add us, and we'll yell at you for adding us, and then say, "Hey, welcome to the Discord."
I might take a week or two because for some reason I never see my ads on anything.
Uh,
He'll direct message me and I miss them.
That is true. But then you'll message me a couple days later and be like, "Oh yeah." At the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, please love one another. It is certainly free to do. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, my back hurts. Ah.